2023 is a great year in gaming history. Oh, let's go. I just beat this little game called Death Unfazed. You can phase dash through walls and guys, and the speedrunning platforming is fine-tuned to perfection. It's just fun, and it reminds me of this game I just played for the first time. You might not have heard of it. It's called Celeste. I know I'm late to the party, but what a party to be late to. The platforming is great, the bonus content after the main story is otherworldly, and the presentation and gracefully ramping difficulty is beautifully executed. But Celeste is more than the sum of its parts. It really is a mountain, a gentle sloping climb that you never feel out of your depth on, the beautiful soundtrack by Lena Raine, guiding you through your own demons, and to heights you could not have imagined, ultimately making peace with all of who you are. Celeste has made my 2023 balanced. And 2023 started out fresh and hot with Pizza Tower. It's like a Newman's Own pizza. It tastes good, but it feels better. The multimedium took me by complete surprise. A 2D puzzle platformer, each level handcrafted in a unique way that is constantly throwing new mechanics and imagery and interactivity, and that final boss. Hi-Fi Rush came out with next to no press and blew us all away with, as a music theory nerd, one of my absolute favorites of the year. And it's jam-packed full of good rhythms and good fights and good visuals, and Starfield came out with all the press and hype in the world, and Nintendo has been Nintendoing some good games this year. We'll get to the big ones soon, and the big ones to come. But if the quality of the Metroid Prime remaster is anything to go by, the remasters of Nintendo, while proof that Nintendo needs to make some new IPs every now and then, and maybe also stop trying to kill passion and preservation projects and making ludicrous copyright claims, you goddamn Goomba-headed sons of, is also proof that there are good games from the past worth playing, however you can get your hands on them. But with the remasters, it's good that some real classics and a shiny new package will be in the hands of a lot more people in the future. And yes, just the announcement of Thousand Year Door makes this year great. Ditto the Stardew Valley update. I don't make the rules, except I do, so let me make another. Any year that has a Pikmin game in it is a great year. Amen. Thank you for the warm welcome to the Church of Pikmin, everybody. But then it happened. Tears of the Kingdom walks into the room and delivers on every ounce of hype it had, and to me, then some. It would have been acceptable, if a little disappointing, to just freshen up the world, add new quests on par with Breath of the Wild, and call it a day. But instead, the weapon fusing making everything useful, or at least funny, keeping the depths a third of the game a total secret until release, cool companions in a world that feels so much more alive, playing with the player's expectations of the world if they played Breath of the Wild, making for some special moments of rediscovery. An all-timer OST following up an all-timer OST, and a game that respects the player's freedom to tackle things at their own pace in their own way. I found this area way too early, and it ruled, and it was terrifying. Tears of the Kingdom fuses the best of open world games and the best of Banjo-Kazooie 3, recalls the best features of Breath of the Wild while making a direct sequel worthy of revisiting this gorgeous version of Hyrule, and ascends the genre of open world games and direct sequels to a height previously unforeseen. Ultra Hand, Elephant Hand, let's look to the horizon. No, not that one. That new Mario is looking like a snack. And the game too, but as excited as I am for Mario Wonder, I stand somber for Unity is boo. John Riccatello, former head of EA and actual servant of the Dark Lord Morgoth, is out, but he laid off over 600 people and tanked the reputation of Unity into the depths beneath Moria on his way out. So, also, given Hollow Knight and Silksong are made in Unity, if this fiasco turns Team Cherry away from the engine and forces the development time to take longer, I'm actually okay with that. Take all the time you need, Team Cherry. We got you, and we'll be waiting for that sun-filled day when Silksong releases in the halls of Rivendell. It's all good. But for Unity?
Go back to the shadow!
Once a great and mystical dunk talked about a good year and the upcoming release of Sonic Mania, which is a perfect Sonic game except they didn't do Casino Nights. And today, during the great year, I come to you to discuss perhaps its spiritual successor, Sonic Superstars. I delivered that line with braces. Where's my award, Jeff? T. Lopes is back on some tracks, and it's as magical as ever. Tyson Heese again did a beautiful animation prior to the game's release. The multiplayer looks fun, the levels look like they understand that signature Sonic flow. But when will they add Styx the Badger, asks notable gamer Oyasumi6980. But who is making this kit? Oh, it's the guy who made the originals now, Tooshima, who also made... Oh. Well, just to be safe, are the Murder the Sonic the Hedgehog people available? I liked that game. Goofs aside, this could be the beginning of modern-looking, well-made 2D Sonic games getting released with some consistency, and it's hard to beat the beautiful animation and presentation of Sonic Mania. But I am excited for Sonic Superstars, and I'm excited for this, and maybe this, but especially this. Alright, I can't wait any longer. We know how this ends. Baldur's Gate 3 is my favorite game, and it came out this year. And it's not my favorite because it honors the original 2 I grew up on, though that was nice, but because it can be held up as a standard of what people who actually play video games want. A game that is fine with you missing a lot of what it made because it's confident in what you're gonna find. The knowledge the devs weren't rushed and enjoyed their work, the sense of a good community around it, the freedom relative to the world and grandiose story to do as you please. Bucking trends of microtransactions and manipulative game design and instead embracing the idea, let's just make this game good and fun. There's so many wonderful games in 2023 to look forward to and to celebrate. I don't know if it's the best year. 2007 and 2017 would like a word, but it is without a doubt a great year. Oh god, I didn't even talk about how good Amnesia is. Wait!